Good morning, class 5. Again, you all must be doing great and fine. So, no worries, don't have to worry. Just be safe and be clean and take care of yourselves, eat healthy and be nice, be good and listen to your parents. Don't disturb them too much. So, without ado, we were on the course book, English course book on Unit 11 yesterday at page 138, and we were doing the disaster in Bangladesh, how the Bangladesh gets drowned by water and what happens and how do people survive. They don't have to eat, so much of population. So we had left it at there that if they did not try to farm here, they would probably starve, so they have little choice. Those people don't have any other choice except farming. Otherwise, they'll get stuck there and they can't do anything. They have to die otherwise without eating. They starve to death. In 1985, a vicious winds lashed. Here, vicious means violent and cruel, dangerous. Lashed. Hit somebody or hit something with great force. When the wind comes, it hits. 1985, vicious winds lashed the islands and the sea boiled ferociously as another cyclone. Because do we have a cyclone before that? Have they said anything? Yes, the islands and the sea boiled ferociously as another cyclone roared in the Bay of Bengal. Suddenly another cyclone has started roaring. The sea has become ferocious, become angry. The water comes this way, swaying, so you think that the sea is angry. That's why it's saying boiling ferociously, as if it's got angry, hot. Roared in the Bay of Bengal, like a huge wave of water, taller than a house, surged relentlessly at about 20 kilometers per hour towards the mudflat island. Surged means was coming towards, with total speed of 20 kilometers per hour. By the time the people realized the inevitable plight, they could see that this wave is coming, but you cannot stop it, you cannot do anything, Difficult situation. What are they going to do? That is plight, inevitable plight means a situation that you cannot do anything, you know about it. You cannot avoid, you cannot stop that water, you cannot take a mug of water and say, you tell the water stop now, come back later. It was too late to escape also. The seas were too rough for the people to flee to the mainland. Around 250,000 people are said to have lost their homes. It was broken down on the mud flat land. Now the sea is also rough. They are on an island. They have to go to the mainland. They can't. How will they travel in water in that roughness? Yeah, the sea is totally mad at that time. What of the future? What is going to happen next? The government of Bangladesh would like to help, but it has serious problems. There is no space lands elsewhere for these poor farmers, and there is very little money to build sea defenses. Very little money to build those sea defenses there. You have those barricade type of walls, you do walls, you make beaches, you try to make the lands a bit more safer, so that the water hits and goes back again. It does not take precautions. Weather stations broadcast warnings when cyclones are forecast. But few of the people own radios. Even if they could be warned, they are unlikely to be able to escape in time. Tragically, all this means that there are other similar disasters just waiting to happen. Weather stations give information. They don't have TVs there in that place. In the island, that place, water, where will they have TVs from? Always water is coming and going. Radios are there. Information is broadcasted that there's a storm coming, be careful, you have to evacuate, you have to leave this place. But only few people have radios. Even if they have few people, where will they go? There is no chance. Water fire is very dangerous. Fire is also like that, water is also dangerous. Both kills, both destroys. And tragically, all this means that there are some other disasters also there. Once the houses are broken, water logs in, people die, disease starts, everything can happen. Your life gets totally damaged. It's a disaster. So that's what happens in Bangladesh very frequently. Okay, so we are done till here. Complete. You will read the word meanings. You will learn the word meanings. Write it down in a copy. And comprehension skill class 5. I'll do it for you. Class 4 and 5 is my duty. I'll do it for you. But rest of the classes they have to do it. I'll do it and post it for you on the website. Okay. So now we go to another chapter. The cosmic poem. What is cosmic? The cosmopolitan, the space above. John Francis Alexander Heath Stubbs, 1918 to 2006, was an English poet and translator to translate languages. His popular poetry is influenced by classical myths. Myths, not true. It was being heard from someone, it comes out like the cat crossing the road is a bad luck. It's a myth. He is also known for the long Arthurian poem Artorias. Okay. So what we are saying here, this poem in which the poet sets out to give us two messages was written some years ago. The poem was written during the Cold War. It encourages the readers to ponder over the global issue. There was a Cold War. There are two issues. It ponders people to look over the global issues, what's happening to the universe. Okay. It is very well that we shall soon be landing chaps upon the moon. She who we poets specially honor, a man or a boy, honors respect greatly. And planting little flags upon her, and that the next stop will be Venus, and we'll be sharing out between us the planets and the planetoids, rambling through azoic voids. It's very well that very soon there will be people going up to the space. Someone or the other will be landing on the moon, be landing chaps. A man or a boy is going to land there because she who we poets specially honor, respect greatly. The moon, we honor the moon very much. That's why they are saying the moon is a female. She who we poets specially honor, and planting little flags upon her. The moon here, he is taking it as a female gender, feminine gender. We go and put flags that we have reached the moon. Okay, come on, our country's flag is there. And the next stop will be Venus. We'll plan to again go to Venus in the space with another rockets. We'll try to go there, discover the satellites, discover the outer space. And we'll be sharing out between us the planets and the planetoids. We'll be sharing which are the planets and which are the planetoids, those asteroids or boulders of rocks which move around the solar system, which go around the sun. Rambling through zodiac voids. Azoic is here, is having no trace of life or organic remains. Voids, completely empty space. When we go to Venus, we'll be walking quietly, leisurely. We'll be seeing. And talking about There is no trace of life and organic things also on the moon. So we'll be trying to compare what are there on Venus, what is there on moon, and we'll be walking leisurely on the moon and talking about it. Before we start, it might be fit we tidied up this earth a bit. We have got a very ugly bomb, can blow us all to kingdom come. Unless we mind our P's and Q's, and it will be no earthly use cavorting round the galaxies if down here radioactive seas upon an uninhabited shore rolly sadly on evermore. Radioactive emitting ionized radiation, it gives out a radio signals. It does some radiation which causes a lot of issues. It can be a bomb. Uninhabited, unpopulated shore rolly sadly on forevermore. Cavorting is jumping and dancing around. P's and Q's are the problems and questions. Instead of going up and going into space and thinking about, why don't you think about our earth, the place where we are staying? Instead of making bombs and having wars, we should not do that. We should try to make it a better place to live in. Okay, next class, we'll keep it till here. Next class I'll come and tell you more about it, so that will be easier for you to understand. But till here, the first stanza and the second stanza, the word meanings automatically has to come on the copy. I want to see them when I check your copies. Okay. So till then, take care and make sure that you do the works properly. Okay. So that there is no mistakes. Without fail. I don't want any excuses. Sir, I could not do this, could not do that. All are here, given here. Write it down. Explanation I'll give. And homework also I'll do it for you. I'll post it for you. Take care. Bye bye. God bless.